scrum as you are. Hey, you never know what you see when you're through that door with the 7-3. Never seen nothing, no, not like this place. Never been, no, no way, not ever, no. Never seen no place, no way similar, not like 73. Hey, you get ready, get on your feet, get into gear and hit the street. It's you that we want to see, so get down to 73. Get down to 73, hey, you get down to 73.
Morning. I heard you were coming back. Haven't seen you for ages. I am exhausted. Do you like it? It's the Joan Collins look. I must take my shoes off. Oh dear. Now, for those of you who've been before, I've only got one word to say. Flux. The whole place is in a state of flux. Ooh. For those of you who haven't been before, my name's Ethel, and this is my house, number 73. And you'd think, it being my house, I'd know what was going on here. Wrong. What? Oh, the rugby. Oh, yeah, that was my idea. I've recently qualified as a rugby union referee, and we were just having a practice scrum in the cellar. Well, that reminds me. You haven't seen the cellar, have you? I've recently had it converted. That's a rugby term with which I've become conversant, and today we're going to have the musical debut of the cellar with Nik Kershaw and his dance. Morning, Neil.
Hello, Ethel.
Say good morning, Neil.
Oh, morning.
Oh, for goodness sake. Neil?
What?
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, sure.
Why are you wearing a blindfold?
What's this idea I've had for a new game? And I don't know whether it's going to work, do you know what I mean?
What?
It's sort of... I can't quite see it yet.
Oh, well,
it's a bit...
take your blindfold off, then.
Good
This
idea.
is Neil, and he's a
Hey, I've had this brilliant idea for a
He's
game.
a very nice boy, but he will keep having ideas. I'll have a good gag, me. Come to the kitchen.
Oh, morning. Yeah, you won't believe the problems I've got.
Okay, boys, stand by for practice scrum! What?
How can I possibly get the baby to sleep if you practice your rugby all over the house?
What baby?
Amy!
Let's have a look.
Don't be silly, Neil. You don't mangle babies.
Dawn, I didn't know you had a baby. Isn't that lovely? You kept that quiet. The thing is, well, are you happy about it?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Right.
But lovely. I love babies. They're so little and cuddly and wet. Dawn, look, it's lovely about the baby and everything, but the thing is, I've got a lot of people coming today, and
They're
probably all men.
they are not all men.
Well, you just name one female that's coming then.
Yeah, sure. There's well, let's see. There's Nicola Kershaw and her band.
Nik Kershaw.
Yeah. There's Alvin Stardust. She's coming.
Alvin Stardust.
There's somebody very influential from the police coming.
A big one from Scotland Yard.
Could have been a woman.
Ah, yeah.
It isn't.
Right.
But it could have been.
And what about that other big unk, eh? Yeah, little unk.
What's that? Who?
Fred.
Oh, now look. There's been a lot of gossip perpetrated about me and Fred, mostly by you two. Fred's our local postman. Say nothing. Fred and I have a perfectly normal postman posting. Oh!
That'll make a man.
Of course I'm mad.
It cost a bomb to fix a window.
Never mind about the window. Somebody should have caught that pass.
Yeah, I don't know what she sees in Fred
I know,
anyway. I
so
think he's ugly.
15 rugby players to choose from.
Help! Help! Get me out of here!
Ethel!
Help!
This, what are you doing?
Goodness sake.
How does she manage
Ow!
to
Oh! Be careful! Right! Whoever threw that ball's off the team!
Don't look at me. It wasn't me.
What about all this then?
Ah, you can look at me for that. It's an idea I've had for the kids.
The kids.
For the kids, yeah.
I haven't seen the kids all morning. Excuse me a moment.
Sorry, Ethel.
Morning.
Morning, Davis.
Morning. Hi, Davis. Morning. Now look, chaps, I've got a lot of people coming today.
Oh, yeah,
all
beefy
the
hunts.
Right, kids, clean up the kitchen. Neil, clean up this washing line. Dawn, clean up the baby.
Okay.
Ethel, find a glazier, put your shoe on, get going.
Right, come on, you lot, get cleared up. Simon, open that blind, put the projector away, and clear all this stuff.
Oh, come on.
It's broken. Quiet. Look, all right, I'll make a deal with you. If we're going to show film, we do it my way. right?
Yeah.
I get to press the button. Simon, watch out for Ethel. Keep a look out there. Brilliant film, Roger Ramjet. Right, ready? Okay, here we go. Roger Ramjet. We're not going to get through this, you know. No way. Away we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Roger Ramjet and his eagles fighting for our freedom. Fly through wind and outer space, not to join them, but to beat them. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. For his adventures, just be sure and stay tuned to this station. So come and join us, all you kids, for lots of fun and laughter, as Roger Ramjet and his men get all the perks they're after. Roger Ramjet, he's our man, hero of our nation. For his adventures, just be sure and stay tuned to this station.
This mercurial episode begins in our nation's capital, where General G.I. Brassbottom paces nervously in his office.
Why are you pacing, General?
What do you want me to do, Trot? I'm worried about the big track meet tomorrow between the United States and our rival power, Runovia.
But we have nothing to worry about, sir. Not as long as we have our great track star, L.A. Speed Merkin, the world's fastest human.
But the Runovians will stoop to anything to beat us and destroy our country's prestige. So I've arranged for a special bodyguard for Merkin.
And sure enough, as is often the case when his country is in trouble, the difficult assignment was turned over to everybody's hero.
Roger Ramjet, internationally famous good guy and devil-may-care flying fool, reporting as ordered, sir.
At ease, Ramjet.
Thank you, sir.
Ramjet, something's got to be done.
About protecting Speed Merkin, sir?
No, about your falling down every time you walk in here.
Never fear, General. I won't fall down on the job.
That's wonderful.
And so as the world breathlessly awaited the outcome, the big track meet took place the next day.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your favorite play-by-play sportscaster, Vincent Yafnaro, bringing you the track meet between the United States and its arch-rival, the nation of Runovia. The U.S. is favored to win handily due to the presence of their star sprinter, L.A. Speed Merkin.
Look at him go, Ramjet. Speed is certainly burning up the track today.
Yes, I noticed the cinders. Get it, General? I said...
Ramjet, with a little practice, you could become an nincompoop.
But little did Roger and the General know that Speed Merkin was in grave danger. For the Runovian coach, in a desperate attempt to win, had hired the despicable arch-criminal Noodles Romanoff to sabotage the meet.
And it couldn't happen to a nastier guy. They're lined up for the 100-yard dash, and Speed Merkin certainly looks confident out there, fans.
On your marks. Get set. And there they go, all except for Speed. He hasn't even started yet. Wait, here comes Speed Merkin now. And look at him go. But at the finish line, Noodles Romanoff has a surprise in store.
Instead of a tape, we've got a huge rubber band stretched across the finish line. How's that for a real snapper? And it's Speed Merkin hurtling into the tape for an easy... This is incredible, sports fans.
And sure enough, the huge rubber band which the evil Noodles had placed at the finish line hurled Speed Merkin back from whence he came, and right out of the stadium.
I guess spring came a little early this year, eh, boys?
Yeah.
Right.
Check. Ramjet, this is your fault. You were supposed to protect Merkin from our enemies.
I'll make amends, sir, by taking his place as anchorman in the relay.
That's the best news I've had since I got my tetanus shot.
But they had reckoned without the evil cunning of Noodles Romanoff.
Here, Ramjet, have a blast. And now the final leg of this fabulous relay race begins. Uh-oh, the Runovian runner has passed Roger Ramjet and taken the lead.
Quick, Ramjet, do something. You're going to lose the race and get blown up besides.
In that case, I better take one of my proton energy pills.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic. Suddenly, Roger Ramjet has begun running like a whirlwind. He's catching up. He's ahead. He wins.
Ramjet, you won the track meet for the good old USA. But what about that dynamite?
Oh, I guess it was just a dud. Here, I'll throw it away.
Ramjet, do you know what you've done? You just blew up the men's locker room, a hot dog stand, and my car.
Oh, wait, fellas.
Hit him.
It was just a mistake. Now, just a minute, guys. You can't...
Hey.
With a little practice, Neil, you could become a real nincompoop.
Hey, she does a really mean Roger Ramjet.
Here, without a glazier and with a broken window. Oh, come on, chaps, this is a sham of tidying
Oh,
up.
come on, Ethel, give us a hand.
I'm very busy, and anyway, I'm late.
Late for what?
An important conference in the lounge.
She's really steaming today. Come on, let's
I heard that.
Right, now, come on, kids. If we don't get this mess cleared up, I'm going to get the blame. On your bikes, come on. Let's get it done.
Dear. I really must get those front brakes fixed, you know. Good morning. Fred the postman, bicyclist extraordinaire. Neil! Claire, Michael, Simon. Where is,
Harry? Kim? Dawn?
No, none of those. A certain other person.
Ethel?
All right. Gossip. Yes. Where's Ethel?
Well, you see, the thing is, Fred, she's got loads of people coming to see her today, and she's a bit busy, do you know what I mean?
You mean Hazel will be popping in from next door?
No. They're all sort of men friends.
Well, Martin will be coming, I suppose, and Harry's around.
No. She's got sort of big, chunky, hunky, strong men friends coming to see her today, Fred. In fact, she's got so many men friends coming to see her, she won't have time to see you, old chap.
Big kids, hunky, chunky, men coming to... I won't stand a chance. Hunky, chunky... Sounds like a cat food, really, doesn't it? Big men... Dawn, where's Ethel?
She's having an important meeting with some geezer in the lounge. Look at this.
Important meeting? Some geezer in the lounge? Ethel? You're here. I'm glad you're here. You see, the thing is, I've been seeing a lot of Ethel lately, and, well, she's been seeing a lot of me, especially since our holiday in France together. And, well, I was hoping this morning to have a quiet chat with her about things, you know, well, our relationship and things, because, well, between you and me, I'm rather keen on Ethel. And I'm also rather keen to know who she's having this private meeting in the lounge with.
Good practice. Bye. Take care of yourselves.
Ethel?
Yeah?
Can we have a little chat?
Yeah, when you're standing up.
I am standing up.
Oh, come in the lounge.
But what are you doing having a private meeting with 15 men with no trousers on?
My rugby team.
Oh, your rugby team. Ooh, that's a relief. Hey, look, I brought you something.
Oh, is that a dirty nappy you're throwing in the towel?
No, sorry, I mean these.
Oh, isn't that nice, Fred? Do you know what they remind me of?
No?
Our holiday in France.
Oh,
Remember all those flowers in the countryside?
Yes, it was really romantic, wasn't it?
Yes, the countryside was.
Yeah. There's nothing like a camping holiday with your best friend, is there?
Yeah, well, you hardly like to go with your best enemy, are you? Mind you, you had to be friends in that tent.
Yes, mine was pretty crowded too.
Ah, but the French wine, the song, the cheap perfume.
Oh, do you remember that aftershave you bought at the duty-free on the ferry on the way home?
Yeah, who could forget? Have you tried it yet?
Do you want a whiff?
Yeah.
No, the thing is, Ethel, seriously, I have got a problem.
Yes, clearly.
No, it's my accommodation.
Oh, what about it?
Well, I haven't got any.
Oh, Fred, that's no problem. You can always stay at 73.
Really?
As long as you don't mind sharing.
Sharing? No, I don't mind sharing at all. I mean, as long as you don't.
What? Oh, well, I mean, it's hardly going to affect me, you sharing with Harry, is it?
Oh, sharing with Harry. Oh, but there'll be lots of things that we can share, won't there? I mean, breakfast and...
Yeah, I don't need a lot of breakfast,
well,
actually.
11's.
Yeah, I usually have them about 12 o'clock.
And all, well, the housework, the little chores, you know, changing the baby.
Yeah, what do you want to change it into?
Well, I'm not too sure, but then after...
Ethel, hi, Colin, come on round.
Oh, OK.
Who is that?
That's Colin. He's a very good friend of mine. I'm afraid we're going to have a little chat. You'll have to excuse us.
Ethel, we were having a little chat.
Ah, but you see, he's a guest, so he has to come first. When you were a guest, you came first. Now you live here, you come second. So the guest has to come first. So could you show him in, please?
Yeah. Ah, Colin, a guest.
No, a close friend of Ethel's.
Right, well,
Hi,
I'll go and
Colin.
change the baby. You have a quiet chat.
Ethel,
Come
how
on
are you?
in,
All
how
right?
are you? Nice to see you. Sit yourself down.
Right.
This is Colin, who's my Sherlock.
Not the Sherlock.
Oh, OK. Well, Colin's a bit of a super sleuth, actually, and I've got a bone to pick with you.
You have, Ethel?
Yes, I see you using your glass to find the house again,
Well,
are you?
that's right.
Now, look, you told me
Yes.
if I put my postcode and my house number on the bottom of my property. If it was stolen, I'd get it again.
Well, that's right. Well,
my transistor radio was nicked. Have I seen it again?
Well, surprise, surprise, the police noticed the
again.
postcode, and as a result, you've got it back.
That's wonderful. That's very clever for you.
Well, it wasn't so clever, really. I saw the burglar walking down the road with the radio. He was playing 3 tunes, you know, so
I
he stuck
don't
out
believe you.
Yes,
it's a
that's
very
right.
long story. Now, look, you've sent me all this stuff in the post. What's it about?
Well, it's a fantastic competition. Midland Bank are putting on this national competition. I'm organising it for them.
Bank? You win a bank.
Well,
you get all this
hang on,
money
hang on,
and
hang
you
on.
win the bank. No.
You win money. You
Yes.
win over £4,000, in fact.
£4,000 and you put a new roof on your house. You maybe go to Acapulco.
No, hang on. No, there's even more prizes than that. The police throughout the country are helping us out.
Yeah.
As an example, the police in Newcastle, the Northumbria police, are taking 12 semi-finalists out on a police launch, out into the sea and so on, and showing them what the police get up to.
What about this area?
Well, in this area, Maidstone, the Kent County Constabulary are going to take them out on police cars into skid pans and show them some driving.
It'd be like driving with you then.
Well, not quite as bad as me. They're the
What's
sort of
the
real
big
professionals.
prize? What is it?
Well, and the fantastic top prize
I'm ready to go.
is
Ready.
a trip to New York, would you believe? 4 lucky winners. are
Hey,
gonna
New
go to
York,
America.
I'm ready. Let's go.
That's right.
Pack the gear. Listen,
Well,
wait a
can I-
minute.
yeah.
You're organising this competition.
That's right.
You know the answers to all the questions.
Yeah, that's
4
right.
people going to New York.
You've got it.
You and me and a couple of pals.
Well, it's not quite working out like that, you know. I'm sorry to say it, no. But, I mean, British Airways are going to fly them over. They're going to make a big fuss on
Yeah,
them.
I'm ready to go.
And they're staying at a fantastic hotel.
Yeah,
the
I'm
Waldorf
ready.
Astoria.
I'm ready.
The biggest hotel
There's no problem.
in the world.
There's no problem. Can I win?
Well, not really, no, because it's for youngsters between the ages of 11 to 16, boys and girls.
Oh, well.
And
I'll have
we're-
to do it for a pound.
Well,
That'll be the answer.
you know,
I have to
you
do it
can-
for
you
a
can
pound.
chaperone,
So
perhaps.
when does the competition start?
Well, it starts today. This is the very first day.
Right, and how long have you got to do
Well,
the
you've
competition?
got the whole of the month, really.
Oh,
It goes
well.
into May. The 31st of May is the closing.
Right, so we need an entry form.
You
How do we
need
go
an
about
entry
that?
form. Well, the entry form...
Wait a minute.
Yep, they can write in fact.
Yep.
So if they write to Supersleuth Competition, Midland Bank, Sheffield, P.O. Box 2, S01 3GG,
Right.
they will get a free...
I tell you what, in case
entry
anybody hasn't
form.
got a paper and pencil, we better give that again later on.
we? Yes, that'd
let's
be
do
very
that.
helpful.
Now then, this is the entry form, is it?
That's the entry form.
OK. I have to open
Pretty
this up.
exciting
Let's-
stuff, really, isn't it?
Looks
Starting all today, you know?
Extremely colourful.
Yes, right.
Oh, I say, a bit of artwork here, a bit of
Well,
Michelangelo in the
that's-
middle.
well, that's
oh,
it, you noticed.
and a bit of 73 in the middle there.
Oh, what a
What's
big
all
thing.
the picture for then?
Well, there are quite a few clues in that picture. You know, if they have a look at that, they'll see some clues, you know?
Right, there's a picture of a horse I can see there. There's
That's
a bit
right.
of a touch
Well,
of
they've got
horse
to do a
racing.
little sleuthing around, you know?
Now, what have they got to do in order to win the competition? They've got to answer these questions,
That's right.
have they?
They've
round
got
the
to
edge?
answer the 20 questions, and in addition to that, Ethel, they've
Yep.
got to do a whodunit.
That's this thing here.
That's right. There are 4 suspects there, and they've got to sort out whodunit.
So there's 2 parts to it, answering the questions
That's
and doing
right.
the whodunit.
That's
Shall we have a look
exactly
at one of
right.
the questions?
Let's do that.
have it. Now,
Okay.
at random, what shall I have? Question 14.
Right.
90% of thieves get in through insecure doors and windows. What do the police advise us to help prevent this? And then there's 3
That's
answers,
right.
so it's multiple choice,
That's
is it?
right. All of them are, as I say, except the whodunit. But we could give them a few clues, in fact,
Really?
later today, you know.
Say
They
no more.
could find out quite a bit
Right.
about the competition.
Now, on the back here, this
Right.
is the actual entry form. That
This
you've got
is
to
the
send
entry
in.
form that they've got to fill in, and they've got to do it a bit carefully because it's going to be judged by computers to a
Right.
great extent, you
So
see.
what exactly have they got to do?
Well, they've got to put in the postcode, which is most important. You
What
know,
happens if you don't?
Well, I'm afraid, you know, it's a disqualified entry. You really must have the postcode.
I know mine.
Yeah.
I know mine. ME156RS.
You've hit it right on the
Hey.
head. Right, now, and these, they fill in 1 of each line. So
Right.
multiple choice, 1 of each line, and then post it off back to the
So,
address we've...
and this is the address to send back to, and
That's
also the
right.
address for the competition entry form.
That's right.
Right. Do you want to have a read through?
And it's the Supersleuth competition, Midland Bank, Sheffield, P.O. Box 2, S1 3GG.
Right.
And
Now, is there any other way of getting
Well,
the
there
entry
are.
forms?
Yes, there's 250,000 of these have gone out
let's
to the
have a look.
police, in fact, who've...
Hold that for me.
Yeah, the police have helped us out.
Mm-hmm.
And where they can, I mean, they're very busy, but they're
Of course.
popping into the school as they do normally with their routine visits. And if they're lucky, they might get one from the police.
Trip to New
The
York.
schools. you know.
All I can offer you, I'm afraid, is a trip upstairs. I want to have a look at my
Okay.
sash windows. I'm not sure that they're secure enough.
Be interested to have
Now,
a look.
I'm very fit now. Do you think you'll make it up the
Well,
stairs?
there's no need for
come
room. no
come on,
need for room.
come on,
Right, okay.
come on.
I'm with you. I'm with
Oh,
you.
by the way, I've had the most marvellous new crinkling cover put on my bed.
You have?
Ethel really is spending a lot of time with other men this morning. But never mind. She has invited me to come and live here at number 73. And why not? After all, I'm a mature, responsible postman, masquerading as a hat stand. But never mind. What I'm going to do is this. I'll go and get my belongings, move in while Ethel finishes her meeting with Colin, and then we'll have a serious chat about things, and who knows, before the end of the morning, there might be an announcement to be made about future engagements.
All right, lads, I'm here. We're
Right
next.
a bit, right a bit.
I'm doing.
And forward.
Forward.
Forward 3 yards. That's it.
I'm here. Well done.
Hold it.
Great. Oh, hang on. Can't get this blindfold off.
What's that blindfold for, Neil?
It's a maze game I've invented. You're the maze man. You should recognise a maze game when you see one.
It's a bit silly, really, isn't it?
All these tapestry... How can you say I'm silly with all these tapestry mazes, magnetic mazes, apples? This is Adrian Fisher and Graham Burgess, good mates of mine. They belong to Minotaur Designs, and they're the only professional maze designers in the country. In fact, they did the rope maze that's out in the yard. Right?
Right, that's
You're
right.
What's all this about? Tapestry mazes?
Yeah, well, we do a tapestry of all the mazes we do. And this one here was built in Scotland for a duke and a duchess. And the red here represents copper beaches, and the green is the ordinary coloured beach.
Brilliant. So if you're too lazy to walk around them, you can take your finger for a walk.
Yeah.
Great. And what about the magnetic maze, Adrian?
Well, this is one of 11 new mazes being opened in Britain this year.
11?
Yeah.
And how many are there in the whole country altogether?
Well, with these 11, there are going to be 53 mazes open this year.
So they're sort of dotted all around the country?
All the way from Cornwall right up to Scotland.
Really? So what you could actually say is there's a bit of a maze craze going on at the moment.
Yeah.
And I suppose you're going to tell me that this is your lunch? Yeah. It's not a maze, is it?
Come on, let me show you.
Amaze me.
Now, what does that remind you of?
Well, being a homegrown Scouser, I would say the only thing that reminds me of is the LP cover of a Beatles album.
Right, he's got it.
So what's a Beatles album got to do with a maze?
Do you want to see a film?
You haven't got a Beatles maze?
Yeah.
You haven't got a 10p?
Sure thing. I've got a 10p.
Right, give us
Let's
the
have a
10p. So it's a Beatles maze. Now, what's that got to do with apples? Oh, of course, the Beatles record company, Apple Records.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's got to be in Liverpool, surely.
Dead
yeah?
right.
Brilliant. Oh, there it is, look. And you can actually see the apple shape there. Whereabouts in Liverpool is it?
Well, this is at Britain's first international festival garden at Liverpool.
Great. There's my mate, Lee Peck. He's going to have a... Go on, Lee, have a go, mate. There you go.
Now, the whole maze means something. In the centre of the path, there are 4 bricks, one for each of the Beatles.
Right. He's dancing on them. There's only 3 bricks there, though, in the middle.
Yeah, well, John Lennon died, and so we lose one of the bricks. And just where Lee is standing, there's a statue of John Lennon holding his famous guitar.
Is that water deep?
Well, it's about 2 foot deep, but it's full of the most fantastic water lilies and waterside plants.
Oh, I bet it looks great. What's he doing? He's going to cheat. Typical, Lee. Cheating.
Yeah, well, adults sometimes do cheat, but children hardly ever.
What's he doing? I think we've got him here, look. Is he at the end? He's stuck.
It's not as easy as it looks.
What's he going to do? Get out of that one, Lee.
You can see where he's trying to get to, inside the submarine.
He's actually trying to get into that one.
And you can see, as well as the apple, the pathways represent 2 giant ears listening to the Beatles' music.
Was that actually done intentionally?
Oh, yeah, it's all part of the design.
Right, what's he doing now? Looks like he's getting a bit frantic now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's got you now, Lee. And what about the submarine itself, Graham?
Well, that submarine was built by 80 apprentices at the training workshops at Camel Lead over the Mersey.
Brilliant. He looks as if he's back where he started now.
Ah, yeah. Well, it serves him right, you see.
We've got you now, Lee.
We're cheating on him a little bit here. Look for the plank, Lee.
He's sussed it. Why a plank?
Well, in place of this plank, there are going to be stepping stones in the shape of musical notes.
What's that, to represent the Beatles' music?
Yeah.
Great idea.
Well, he's halfway there.
No inlet. Yeah, he's going to cheat. He's all the way there now. Look at him. Cheat! Let him have his little moment of triumph, eh? Well done, Lee. So when's it actually going to be open to the public then, Graham?
Well, the Queen is going to open the whole festival next Wednesday.
Brilliant. Looks amazing. Great. Now, the thing is, right, is that, OK, yellow submarines, water, lilies, the lot. I was always under the impression that mazes were just hedges and sort of long corridors that you got lost in.
Oh, no, we can make mazes out of virtually anything. In fact, we specialise in making mazes that are unique, that fit the place and the people who are going to enjoy them there.
So what, you actually have a theme or an idea to your mazes?
Oh, yeah, we sometimes have many themes.
Really? And where do you get your inspiration from for your ideas?
Well, we have the partners have these design meetings and we bring together all sorts of objects
Really?
and sort of blow our minds.
And where does the old book here?
Well, this ancient book here, which is written about sort of 1597, this might give us an idea for a theme.
Really? It looks more like my old physics book, actually.
Yeah.
And, I mean, what's the theme for the magnetic maze? Where did that come about?
Well, we had 3 monuments already on a piece of grass.
Yeah.
And the idea was to build a maze round it, so that the end result was the maze fitted the monuments where they were.
Right.
And by putting magnets on the position of the 3 monuments,
yeah,
and then using a little plotting compass, you can actually plot a magnetic field. You can't see it, but if you move the compass around, it's dropped it now, the needle follows the line of the invisible magnetic lines of force.
It's the magnetic lines of force, a bit like those force fields in a space movie, aren't
Right,
they?
yeah.
And what you actually plot out the invisible field with the compass and then mark them out with a pencil.
Just here, yes, and then make the whole thing on the ground.
Brilliant.
And these rings, it's like dropping a stone in water and it ripples outwards.
Oh, so you've actually got the ripples as well.
Yeah.
Now, where is this?
Well, do you want to see it? Real photographs?
You haven't got it on film.
Yeah.
You haven't got another tempe.
Another tempe.
Right, another tempe. So where is it, Adrian?
Well, this is at Britain's first theme park. This is at Thorpe Park, near Chertsey in Surrey.
Right. Oh, you can see the water there, of course.
Yeah.
In actual fact, if I'm not mistaken, I can see Lee Peck there as well. Hello, Lee! He's down there. Is he going to have a go at this one? Go on, mate, have a go. Go! Well done.
And here you can see the 3 models, the 3 monuments in the maze.
Right.
This is the Telecom Tower in London.
And you replace those with magnets, yeah?
Yeah. And then this is the Jefferson Memorial Arch in the United States at St. Louis.
What's he up to now? What's he doing?
I think the magnetism's getting to him.
Serves you right for cheating. Serves you right, Lee. Yeah, come on, mate, continue. There he goes.
He really has cheated, because he's coming out to the edge of the maze already.
What, is that the end of the maze?
Yeah, he's got to go back.
I think he knows it as well.
Yeah.
So he's going down one of the force fields now, and he's
That's
into
right.
these concentric circles, which are the ripples, yeah?
Yeah. These are all transmission towers as well, so these are like radio waves echoing outwards from the towers.
That's good. So you've got loads of themes in on this, mate.
Yeah.
There he goes. He looks like he's got the hang of it now.
I don't know. There are some dead ends in this.
Really?
Yeah. There he is. He's got stuck.
Yeah. Don't worry about Lee, he'll cheat. There he goes. Oh, yeah, he's really got the hang of this now. Down the magnetic field and onto one of the ripples. What monument's that? That the GPI?
That's the Telecom Tower again, yes. Well, you've got all this magnetic fields, but it's not just a 2-dimensional maze. They're bridges.
Right.
You can go straight over. You mustn't go left or right.
What's he doing? He's trying to cheat again?
He's trying to cheat. Now, you ought to go straight over here.
So you've got to actually stay to your path.
Yeah, you go straight over or under.
Yeah.
He's beginning to get it right at last. This is the first monument you come to if you do it properly. That's the Canadian National Tower in Toronto. Oh, yes, he's really getting it together now.
Right, great stuff.
And then he has to go right down to the other end of the maze, to the Telecom Tower. And then finally, he goes to the arch, and the girl is underneath the arch.
Now, what's the idea of the bridges? I mean, did you specifically put them in for a reason, or...?
Yes, well, without it, you had the barriers, the grass, and you had the brick path.
Yeah.
And it was just a 2-dimensional maze.
What, is that because it was all on flat land?
Yeah. But if you have these bridges, you actually make it into a 3-dimensional maze.
And what would you call our rope maze out in the yard? That's 3-dimensional?
That's 3-dimensional as well, yeah.
I suppose,
Neil!
Fred, come on, man.
In other words, help! Neil!
What are you doing?
Who are these men? More friends of Ethel's,
Hey, just calm down, mate. These are the maze men, Adrian and Graham.
Oh, hello, Adrian.
Maze designers.
Well, you couldn't design me out of here, could you?
What have you got your haversack for?
Well, Ethel's invited me to come and live at number 73. And between you and me, if I can ever get out of here and have a quiet chat with a certain person, you never know, before the morning's over, there may be announcements to be made of a certain variety.
He's moving in.
Oh. Ethel! Ethel!
Hi, Fred. Moving in?
Well, yes, Ethel has, in fact, asked me to come and live here at number 73. And between you and me, that's not all, because I'm going to have a private meeting with a certain person later on this morning. And after that private meeting, you never know, there might be a public announcement about certain future engagements.
Fred, I don't know what you're talking about. Have you got the post?
Yes, here it is. Oh, it's Colin.
Oh, sorry, Fred.
Ethel.
See you later, Colin.
Colin!
How's the baby? Oh, she's fine. Here, what's this announcement Fred's got to make?
I don't know. What's this announcement, Fred? Not getting engaged, are you?
Engaged. Here's the post.
What are we laughing about? Oh, all right. I've read a lot of letters.
Yeah, but they're often, you know, all about things we used to do in the past.
Oh, well, have a read of that one.
Aha, here's one from Susie in Durham. Says, Dear Dawn, hope you're okay. I am. Has Ethel gone potty?
That's nice. That's very
I
nice.
saw
Thanks very
someone
much.
in our high street on Tuesday, and I'm sure it was her. Do you know she was wearing some shorts and a man's shirt and jogging, blowing a whistle?
Oh, yeah.
She did look funny.
Yeah, that was
Everyone was staring, but she didn't seem to mind. Hope Harry is well. Give him my love, Susie.
And, but you see, Susie, there's a perfectly logical explanation. We were asked to do an exhibition match in Durham, and I had to do some shopping. So I was wearing my rugby gear, and I was running through the high street, and do you know, you get your shopping done so much quicker that
I suppose you were just running a few errands, weren't you, really?
Very good, Fred. Very
Look,
good. Yeah.
you were wearing shorts. What is all this wearing shorts, anyway?
Ah, well, you see, I wanted a sport that would keep me fit during the winter. And Paul and Adam of Nottingham wrote to me and they said, Ethel, take up a contact sport. And so I took up rugby. You see, I'm a rugby union referee. It's
You made
perfectly
me good
logical.
contact.
Just watch yourself, Fred. You see, that's exactly the kind of letter that I enjoy getting. The kind of letter that says, why don't you try this? Or wouldn't it be a good idea to do such and such a thing? Or have you ever thought of windsurfing? All those sort of things. Like, for example, I've got this letter here from Roger McGough. Now, Roger McGough is a poet and he's a friend of mine. And he's also rather lazy. And this is a typical Roger idea. Roger, if you're sitting lounging at home, that's also typical. Now, I'll read it to you. Dear Ethel, I enclose my new novel, but I'm not sure how to finish it. Any ideas? Each chapter should have exactly 73 words. Why? Because it makes it more difficult, of course. Be with you soon. Love, Roger. So what he's done is he's sent us the first 73 words of his novel. And it finishes with ... and we're left hanging wondering what's going to happen next. What he wants you to do, anybody who can think of the next 73 words, the next chapter. And thus, gradually, we'll get different people, each person writing a different chapter. We'll get a novel written by, I don't know how many different people, depending on how long it takes, OK? So what I'll do is I'll read the first 73 words and listen very carefully, because you might be wanting to write the next 73 words. Here we go. A novel by Roger McGough.
Dun, 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 dun.
When Roger called round to see Ethel about the new bookshelves, he found her alone in the kitchen looking extremely puzzled. What's the matter? He asked. Ethel pointed to the cardboard box on the table. It's this. It arrived this morning. What's in it? Asked Roger. Ethel took out a video cassette, a gold ring, and a bottle of green liquid. There was also a note, said Ethel nervously. Shall I read it? ... What do you think happened next? I know what it is. You see, a bottle of green liquid is a bottle of green kryptonite stuff, and Superman...
No. It's the video cassette. It's a pop video. It's Elton John's pop video, and the green liquid is Hair Restorer.
The gold ring is a proposal for me.
Yeah, no, it's got to be something likely.
Oh, you.
Anyway, if you've got any ideas about finishing it off, why don't you jot us a line, and why don't you do the address, because you're an official postman.
Ah, yes. Number 73. P.O. Box 73. Maidstone, Kent. And the all-important postal code, ME1 56RS, or Me15 6Rs.
It's terrific, isn't it? Shall we see if he's still there?
Number 73, P.O. Box 73, Maidstone, Kent, ME156RS.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Now, listen, I want to know more about the baby. What does it look like?
Well, she's about this big, nice eyes,
Yeah,
you know.
what colour's her hair?
Well, sort of dark orange, dark ginger, really.
Oh, rather like yours, then.
Well,
isn't that
sort of
lovely?
Do you like babies, Ethel?
I do. I really do. I love them.
You know, I've been told that babies really bring people closer together.
Yeah, well, they're usually together, you know, before they have the baby.
No, but you really like babies.
Oh, I do. As long as there are other people's, I think there's a great place to have babies in the house.
Am I right? Forward, yeah. Right, stop.
Right.
Left. Right, straight ahead.
Simon!
Hey,
under the blue one.
It's going to ruin my clothes,
There you go.
know.
Under the
Right,
blue
okay.
one. You're
Neil,
all
are
right.
you sure this is right?
Yes, just unhook your carabiner here and
what's the
stay on the
carabiner?
yellow.
That's this
the
hook thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unhook your hook.
I go there,
Right.
and I come round here now.
Stay on the yellow
Sorry,
line.
Mum. Beg your pardon.
Right, the idea is just to stay on that yellow line.
Right,
You've got to
and
stay on it.
over here.
Over the hook.
How are you lot doing? You sat there, Claire. What colour are you on? No. Oh, right. I'm
You must stay on that yellow line, though, Ethel.
I'm doing it. I'm staying on the
And
yellow
go right round on the yellow.
Neil, how am I
What?
supposed to...
You have to hop over.
Oh, for goodness sake.
There you go.
It's a good job I'm fit. It's gone wrong, hasn't it? Oh, hello. Scares my mum.
That's it. Up your hook.
Right. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. And you have to... Have you got a duck under
And
that?
me,
or
all of
hop?
4'12".
There you go.
Oh.
Whoops.
Right. Ta-da! Did it?
Well done, mate.
Hey?
I've got some bad news for you.
Oh, no, you've got an idea, haven't you?
I've had another idea.
It'll be expensive.
No, it won't, but it
Yes,
means
it
you've
is.
got to wear a blindfold.
Oh, what is it?
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do a phone-in, and we're going to turn the whole of number 73 into a maze. Well, it'll be a maze to Ethel because she won't be able to see it. Now, what I want you to do...
Are you still there now?
Yeah, I'm over here.
All right.
And what I want you to do is give me a ring here at 73 and give me instructions like left, right, forward, backwards, and I will guide Ethel via your instructions around the house. Right, now, you remember the phone number, but the important thing is you've got to get the Maidstone code, which is 0622. Now, the number, for those of you who haven't got long memories, is 0622 600 000. Now, don't forget the Maidstone bit at the beginning. It's 0622
And that phone number is...
0622.
Maidstone 600 treble.
Hiya, welcome back.
Thank you.
It makes you, it gives you a warm feeling.
Yeah.
You know, you were saying just a minute ago that you like babies.
Yeah.
Well, I think Ethel would really like it, right?
Yeah?
If you would do me a big favour.
Yeah?
And feed my baby for me.
Yeah. No!
Oh, come on, Fred, please, I've got so much to do.
I don't know how to
please.
feed a baby.
It's really easy. Look, there you are. You've got the bottle. You just go and do it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Fred, you never know when it might come in handy.
Yeah?
Da, 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 da.
Oh, you're teasing
thanks,
me.
Fred. Listen, now don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
It's in the loo.
In the loo?
I said don't tell anyone. Thanks, Fred. Oh. Tina, it's you. Hello. I'm glad you could make it. Because I know you're busy. Did you get here all right?
No, I missed the bus. I had to walk.
Oh, that bus, it's always late. I'm a bit unorganised today. You see, I've got this baby.
You never told me.
Well, it's a bit of a long story. Oh, sorry, this is Tina Kingsley. I'll tell you what, Tina, why don't you make some coffee, right, and I'll sort this out, OK? Yeah. Now, Tina works as a stable lad. Well, that's what they call them at a racing stables, where they train all those wonderful, glamorous horses that you see on the telly. Now, you might think that's really glamorous, right? But actually, do you know, there's a lot more to it than that. Yeah?
Why don't you stop talking and put the film on?
OK, you're right. Why don't you see for yourself? 2 sugars and milk too.
I thought you was on a diet.
I was last week. I'll tell you what, I'll start tomorrow.
Oh, pull the other one. It's got bells on.
Oh, Tina, you are rotten to me.
I'm in charge of one horse. You have to get it ready, look after it, make sure it's clean, tidy, looks respectable. Everything's in order until it gets out onto the course. If it looks nice, people will comment on it, and it gives you a lot of enjoyment that way. Well, I get up about 5:45 every morning. Sometimes when you wake up and you can hear the rain outside, you suddenly want to turn over and go back to sleep. But if the sun's shining, you really want to get up and get outside. We have 3 horses to muck out. It's a bit of a dirty job, but you just enjoy doing it. It's part of the job. You just have to get on and do it, so just lump it. They're tacked up before they're ridden out, and then they're exercised for roughly an hour and a half. Every day you ride out 3 lots, which is 3 different horses that have to be exercised. Horses, you begin to respect them. They are very intelligent animals underneath. I mean, they have got a lot of brains. When you're working a horse along the gallops, you can just feel the power underneath you. It's just fantastic. When we have breakfast in the morning, about 9 o'clock, nobody stops talking from the time they get in there. Everybody's reading papers, looking at the form, what's running the next day, what's running today. It's just one big happy atmosphere.
After you'd gone, and nobody's laughing still. Boring lot this morning, wasn't it? Cool. You're lucky you had a camera.
It's not a job, because I enjoy riding horses. To me, it's not light work. When you start work in the morning and you look at the board in the tack room, you know that you've got a fairly hard morning in front of you. You've got to ride 3 lots, get on, sweep the yards and feed before you can finish at dinner time. I usually go home, have something to eat, watch a little bit of television, or usually have a sleep. And after you've been home and sat down in front of the fire, it's quite hard to get out of the chair before you've got to go back to work again. When you look after your 3 horses and you take them racing, that's the enjoyment you get out of working with them. You could say that on an average you'd be going once every fortnight if they're running like that way. Usually they have about 3 weeks between each run. You get a bit disheartened when the weather's bad and you can't go racing, but then in the end you know it's soon clear, and once it's racing again, you'll be well on your way. You get really G'd up, you get all excited. You look forward to taking your horse, you look forward to seeing how it's going to run. You look forward to getting it ready. It's just good. If I think the horse is well, I've been riding him out at home and I think he'll run well. Sometimes I have a couple of pounds in if I can afford it. It's nice just to be out there to watch him run, just to give you something to watch if you had some money on him. Standing in the stands, you can see the bookmakers, all the tic-tac men. You can see the horses cantering down to the start. Everybody's trying to watch, everyone's putting their binoculars up, looking around, see what's going on. It's just a good atmosphere. You just feel so proud just walking in, because everybody's clapping, everyone's got their eyes on you. And you and your horse, you're the centre of attention. Sometimes I've thought about being a jockey, but other times I think no. I don't think I really like it at all. Come on now, walk. There you go, boy. Walk. 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 Jockeys, they do have a hard job. They have to stop eating if they're too heavy. They go out there in the wind, rain, with silks on. They're freezing cold. Sometimes you get a bad horse that can't jump, and they end up on the floor. If the stable jockey's going to ride your horse, you see quite a lot of him because he rides out every morning. But sometimes, if like the governor gets a spare jockey, you'll only see him when he gets into the paddock if you don't know him. And you won't really know him at all. You won't even be able to speak to him.
I don't know. He looks a swine, doesn't he? He ain't got a very good coat. The thing is, it was for the lad as well.
And they're off. They're racing over hurdles now with 2 1/4 miles ahead of them. Very short run, the first of 9 o'clock hurdles. With the present leader, 4th Street, just from Capriana, and off these 2 ski salts. Showing in 3rd, then goes Postman. Good run now, with the...
When you see an owner and they've got a nice horse that always runs well and you see how pleased they are, you sometimes get the feeling that it'd be nice to own a horse. You can get some owners that you can have a laugh and a joke with and they really understand the dirty part of the job. But there's other owners that just see the glorified side of racing. They don't understand the dirty parts of it. But you can get very close to horses, and then when they go to the sales and they get sold, it's very disappointing. You see them loaded up and driven away.
You look really miserable there. Now, why?
Well, I took my horse racing. It had been pouring with rain and it couldn't run because the ground was so heavy.
What do you mean the ground's heavy? What does that mean?
Well, we'd had a lot of rain and it was really wet and the ground was really boggy.
So, but didn't other horses run in that race?
Oh, yeah, but this horse had a bit of leg trouble and it put a lot of strain on the leg.
A bit like us running through the mud.
That's
eh?
right, yeah.
Now, look, how long have you been doing this? What, 6 years, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you ever get bored of going to the races?
Oh, no, not at all. It's just a different every time you go. The atmosphere, seeing your horse run well, seeing your horse win.
It must be lovely.
It is.
Yeah. Do you get on with the other lads from the other yards?
Oh, yeah, it's one big happy family, really. Sometimes there's a bit of rivalry if you've got runners in the same race.
Yeah. But what do you feel like when you've prepared your horse, you've gone there, got up really early, and then you see him run and he wins? How does that feel?
Oh, you feel really proud. You just want to tell everybody.
Yeah?
You just want to shout about it.
Yeah. What about when he loses?
You just want to pack up and go home.
Oh, that must be ever so disappointing. But do you, I mean, there must be times when it really gets you down.
Oh, yeah. You get up in the morning, you look out the window, it's pouring with rain, it's really cold, and you get to work and you've got to ride a horse out that gives you a bit of a headache.
What do you mean it gives you a bit of a headache?
Well, it can be really temperamental.
Oh, I see, and you've got to work hard.
Oh, yeah.
So, given all that, why do you do it?
I just love horses. I just couldn't imagine myself doing anything else.
Yeah. Now, I hear there's a big race on today.
The Whitbread Gold Cup at Sandown.
You got a horse in it?
We did have till yesterday, but it doesn't run now because the ground's so hard.
Well, you got any other tips?
Yeah.
Well, I got £2, right? What do you reckon? Tell us. The baby, I told you about the baby, come on. Nappy rash? The baby's got nappy rash. No, the baby's hanging from the lampshade. Oh, no. Tina, the vet. David Taylor.
Oh! I just heard the news. What's wrong with the baby?
It's all right. They've gone for a vet.
Oh, well, that's all right then. I'll just take these. Thanks very much. I'm just sunbathing with Nik Kershaw.
Nik Kershaw? Ah, Colin, I expect you'll be wanting to sunbathe with Ethel and have another private meeting, I suppose.
Calm down.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm a bit late with the coffee.
Oh, sorry.
Mind you, you were late for rugby practice.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't know. You don't really play rugby, do you?
Yeah.
No, you're too small.
No, that's at school. It's really... All you have to figure out is that the guy with the ball is the one that gets nobbled.
Yes.
So you get rid of it quick.
Yes, that's it. Just chuck it.
That's what a scrum half does, so they made me a scrum half.
And did you play for the team?
Yes.
That's not bad, is it?
No.
Did you? But you're a bit short, aren't you? I mean.
No.
No, you're not.
No.
I'm only 4'12". Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. Do you top that just slightly?
Yeah, slightly. Only slightly, though.
Did you get a bit of ribbon at school? Because I did.
No, not. But I used to manage to get on rival gangs and not get beaten up by either of them. I was really clever like that.
We're a joker.
Yeah.
What about your music? Did that help you to get out of trouble? Were people impressed with your music?
No, not really.
Are they impressed with your music now, Nik? Tell me.
A lot of people aren't, no. But, yeah, it did help a bit, yeah. I wasn't really interested until I was about 15 or 16.
Well, what was it got you interested?
I don't know, actually. It's sort of an accident.
You had an accident. You thought, I must be interested in music now. How are your folks, Doug and Evelyn? Are they well?
Oh, they're well. You know me, Mum. She's all right.
Yes, give her my love.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
What about your brother?
Oh, he's fine. I went to see him a year ago.
Yeah, was it your last holiday, was it?
That was my last holiday. South of France.
Not really. Was it really your last holiday?
He knows David. You know David, don't you?
Yeah, David Taylor, the vet. Why, what does he do, your brother?
He trains dolphins.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Not to talk to them?
Yeah,
does he do the kind of, that you have to jump up and get the fish?
He's very good, actually. He's very good in his own field.
Oh, that's really impressive. Well, actually...
or Paul.
I've got a feeling that David's coming... I don't know if it's today, but anyway, he might be popping round. You have to say hello to him.
Oh, great, yeah,
Love
we'll
to his
do.
brother. Now, listen, like me,
Yeah.
you don't live in the big city.
No.
That's right. Have you always lived sort of out of town? Well, do you live in the country?
I lived in Ipswich for about 20 years. But then I got
With
out
Doug
of the
and
country
Evelyn.
with Doug
Yes,
and Eve.
Doug and Evelyn.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I got out and I love the country. It's just nice and quiet and you can get away from it, go for walks and...
Do you get less people coming up and hassling you?
Yeah, we still get a few people at the door.
Come knocking on the door. Sure as Nicker and...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That must be quite different living in the country to going on tour, because I suppose on tour you're mostly in the big cities, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. It's just sort of hotel rooms and stages is about all you see on tour.
Do you ever know where you are?
Sometimes I have to think twice to figure it out.
It's really good to be here in... where is it?
That's what happens, you know. I've got it wrong once. It's most embarrassing.
Tell me something I've always wanted to know. When you're doing a series of songs in a gig, how do you know what order it is to do the songs in?
Well, I got it wrong one night and everybody's going frantic because we had to finish off with another number. But it's a little sheet at the front. You just learn it anyway. You do it so often.
Is this one of the things you've got to do? Do you get time for all your hobbies that you've got when you're away touring and stuff?
No. No, I do
That's
play
it.
chess. No, I play chess. I got a computer chess game. It goes on tour with me all over the place.
When did anybody play with you?
No.
No, that's terrible. You get a more intelligent band, Nick. This is obviously what you need.
Exactly.
Look, I know you're tired from the touring, but will you do one, please?
Oh.
One last private engagement.
All right.
Promise?
Just for
Great.
you.
OK, come with me.
Mhm.
I'll take you down into the cellar. The
Okay.
thing is, it's a bit dark, so if you take my hand, I'll just lead you down there. That's smashing. Shut the door, will you, Fred? Here we go.
Ah, Colin, my dear chap, I'd just like to apologise for my behaviour just now. The thing is, I've had a terrible morning. You see, Nik Kershaw, pop idol of millions of young women, is in the cellar with my Ethel. Fred the postman, bottle feeder extraordinaire, is in the kitchen with Copper Colin. Look, you wouldn't mind just holding on to that for a moment, would you, please?
Leave it with me. Leave it with me.
Welcome to the cellar of number 73 as we anxiously await the opening of this underground venue. This black brick pit now magically transformed by Harry, Hazel, Kim, Neil and myself into a black brick pit with flashing lights and bits of electricity. Ladies and gentlemen, live, and I mean live, Nicholas Kershaw.
Rose
looks a bit dodgy to me, this. There's wires everywhere.
Come on, Neil, we want to see a cartoon.
No, it'll blow up if we don't...
won't.
All right, I'll blame it on you. I told you so. Look, it's ancient, this projector. We're not going to get through this. We won't get through it. We won't, you know. Oh, there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your fingers crossed. To me, you know.
Nice, fine. It's all right.
It's making a funny noise.
Was it the baby?
No, Neil busted the projector.
Oh, Neil, you're worse than the baby, aren't you? Everything's all right then. Right,
yeah.
Let's go sort the baby.
What is it?
Well, the thing is, Ethel, ever since I moved into number 73, I haven't had the chance to have a quiet chat with you.
But you only moved in 20 minutes ago.
Well, that's what I mean.
But that's what 73 is like.
Like what?
Well, like what happened to your face, Neil?
The projector's not working.
What happened?
Well, I switched it on. I played a film, and it blew up.
Terrific. Kids, run Neil through the car wash, will you?
You see, the thing is, Ethel, that I really need just to have
Now
a...
then, where was I? Let's see.
Just a quiet...
Fred, please. Look, just nod if you understand, all right? I will help you unpack your belongings and have a quiet chat when I've done all my chores. OK? Oh, good. I'm just going to go check on the baby.
No! No!
No!
No. I mean, you mustn't check on the baby.
Well, you check on the baby.
No, I mustn't check on the baby.
Well, who must check on the baby? Go and check on the baby.
It's all right. Ethel won't be coming down. She's with one of her unks, Nik Kershaw. Thanks for getting her down.
Oh, everything's all right now.
She was clinging on really tightly, you know. Why is that?
Well, of course, she's an orangutan, and they have long hair. And, of course, the babies don't feel secure unless they're holding on to their mother's hair. So they have this instinct of holding on to things ever so tightly.
How long do they do that for?
Oh, at least 1.5 years. And it's really very important, otherwise they get dropped out of the trees.
Well, how old is Amy?
She's only 7 months old, you see. She's only just learning to crawl and scrabble about. So she's a great grabber of things, aren't you, dear?
Well, where is her mother? Why have you asked me to look after her?
Well, it's a long story, but you see, Jane, her mother, is a great old friend of mine, but she's had a lot of trouble with babies. She had so many miscarriages. And then when eventually she had this lovely, perfect baby, Amy, she had no milk. And indeed, she didn't seem to know how to look after a baby. So we had to make a really quick decision because the baby was going to starve to death and be neglected. So we had to decide to raise her artificially.
So she's going to be brought up almost like a human baby?
Absolutely like a human baby.
And do you do all the same things you would with a human baby?
Absolutely. We have nappies and the same sort of powdered food, the proprietary brands, and all the little things that you do with a baby.
Burping her and stuff?
Oh, burping, yes. Because she's weaning now. She's onto those little pots of baby foods and things. So she doesn't need burping as much.
Hello. She's lovely. Aren't you lovely? Hello. And, I mean, what about all these clothes I've had to wash? Don't you think that's making her look a bit silly, dressing her up in clothes?
Oh, not at all. Now, we're not doing this to make her look a clown or even to make her look like a human. We want her to stay an orangutan. But the clothes, you see, are to keep her warm. Babies need to be kept warm, and particularly babies like this that come from a warm country like Indonesia. And so, rather than wrap her up awkwardly in cotton wool, we put on baby clothes. It's a very sensible and logical thing to keep her warm.
A bit like us, really, dressing to keep
Yeah,
warm.
well, it's a bit like you, my dear.
So do they get all the same illnesses as human babies?
Absolutely. All the things that make mothers get all worried about the baby. You know, the spots and the runny noses and the collie wobbles and the little bits of diarrhoea and all those things. We've had all those little things in Amy, even a thing called thrush, little white spots that occur inside the mouth caused by a yeast fungus that you get in human babies. Well, we had that in Amy, and we cured it, same method, just like a doctor uses, the vet uses with Amy, don't we, my love?
And does she have all the same vaccines as us? Or, you know, like when we have the jabs at school?
Yes,
and...
absolutely. Whooping cough and all that sort of thing. Now, that reminds me, if you would just take her a moment, go to...
Come on.
There you are. I'm going to give her her first polio vaccine this morning. You know the one that you have on the sugar cube?
Oh.
It's due now, so I'm going to count out the drops. 1, 2, 3. There we are.
Is this her first one, then?
This is her first one. Now, my love.
There you are. That's a good girl.
How are you going to be... Come on.
Does she like sugar?
Normally she does.
There's good girl.
That's it. Now, come on. You've got to take... It's so important that she's protected against polio, just like children are.
But you couldn't do this to her in the wild, could you?
Of course not. No vets for orangs in the wild. But of course, also in the wild, there aren't human beings to give orangs their germs, and that's the point. That she's on her own in the wild, but at least she hasn't got all this contact with human beings.
Yeah.
If she doesn't take it now, we'll have to give it to her later.
Yeah,
it is important.
maybe she doesn't fancy it. Perhaps it tastes nasty. There you are. So, there you are. There's a good girl. Come on. There. I can't help feeling that it's a bit odd her being with humans. It would be nice if she was sort of with all the other orangs in the forest, you know.
Well, I quite agree with you. That's the place that orangs should be, swinging about in the forest. But, of course, orangs are an endangered species, and in Indonesia, their position isn't absolutely secure. So it is very, very important that every orang, like little baby Amy here, has to be preserved and saved at all costs. And indeed, good zoos that are breeding these animals are forming a sort of reservoir just in case anything goes wrong in the wild and then those animals become extinct. We couldn't have that happen, could we, my dear? Yes,
so
I know.
in Amy's case, really, it's a lifesaver for her.
And
She wouldn't be here now, would she?
Absolutely.
Now, there's only one other problem about Amy, David. We have to clean out all the mess she's made, and we have to get her out without Ethel seeing her.
You don't mean Ethel?
She doesn't know. She thinks
Why are you following me around?
I am not following you around.
Well, what is it then?
I just want the chance to have a quiet talk with you.
We will have a quiet talk when there is peace and just the two of us.
There is peace and just the two of us.
Oh, yes. What is it then?
Hello there, Ethel.
Oh, hi,
How are
Colin.
you?
See you later,
Colin.
Fred. Sorry.
How are you?
Look, what are you doing outside? I thought you were upstairs. You're shinnying down the drain pipe.
Yeah, but the security of this place at 73, I mean, it's absolute rubbish.
Who
It
wants
really
security on
is
their
rub-
rubbish?
Well,
Don't talk ridiculously.
you should...
Listen, before
Yeah.
you go on and on about the security thing,
Yes, Ethel.
Fred's had a word with me about the competition.
Has he? Oh,
Yeah,
right.
well, he's a bit worried. He thinks that lots of people are going to suddenly start writing to us for entry forms.
Oh,
Now,
I see. Well,
we
here at
haven't got
73.
any, have we?
No, well, they should really write in to the Midland Bank at
Yeah.
Sheffield, really.
All right, so that's for the Supersleuth competition. Don't
That's
write
right.
to us. Now
Or
then,
any Midland Bank, they can just drop it in.
what is it about security that you're wiggling
Well,
on
really,
about?
I mean, these locks, they're just not good enough. You haven't got window locks, and you haven't got any secure
All right,
locks
well,
on
let's
either the front door or the back door.
Start at the front. What kind of lock should I have?
Well, the police and the crime prevention officers who you can look into and see, and they're the real experts, they can advise you, you know.
Yep.
But, I mean, they always recommend a mortise lock. A
I'd be mortified to have one of
mortise.
these.
You would? It's a deadlock, in fact.
Oh, wedlock. Now, listen, no more talk about that.
No, it's a deadlock, and it's very, very secure. Basically, that sort of piece of steel embeds itself in the door frame itself.
Yep.
So you need a key to open it with, and the 5-lever lock means it's got to be a pretty good burglar to beat it.
Yeah, and it's also got to be a pretty good price, hasn't it?
Well,
I mean, you're talking about a few quid here.
Yeah, well, no, you're not really. You're not at all, because surprisingly, I mean, when you think here at 73, I mean, you've got Fred's bike, you've got the band's group stuff down in the cellar.
Golden loaf.
And the loaf,
Yes.
yes, you've got a lot of gear in here. Now, for the sake of a few pounds, down the high street, you know, the well-known brands, you can get a very good, inexpensive lock.
What about fitting it? Would I be able
Well,
to do
no, I'll do that for you if you like. I mean, you're a bit, you know, you'd need a sort of step ladder to get up a curve, wouldn't
That's
you?
nice. That's
No, but
very
you-
nice.
so-
That is. Thanks a lot. What
I'll
about
do it
window
for you.
locks and things
Well,
like that?
you should have those, really. I mean, they're always advisable, and you should lock those when you go away, of course, and let the neighbours know.
Yeah.
OK.
Well, what about... So when you go away, what about leaving... Oh!
Well, I'll fit this for you, shall I?
All right.
Leave
I
it
just
to
have
me.
to go and answer the
Ethel!
phone.
Have a go.
I'm coming!
the phone. Come on, Ethel. Hello, who's that?
Adam.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
Adam.
We still... Hello, Adam. Where are you from?
Hyde in Kent.
Where from?
Hyde.
Oh, right.
Can I speak
Now,
to Ethel quickly?
what we're going to do is we're going to put this blindfold onto Ethel.
Hello, Adam.
Hello there.
Hello,
We're going to put this
Ethel.
blindfold onto Ethel, and I'm going to get the kids to take her over by the door
You're
and
ruining me
spin
here.
around a bit.
Hang on a minute.
And then you're going to give me instructions left and right to get Ethel from one place to another. Now, let's get her over there. Take her over there,
Hang on.
kids.
Wait. Whoa. Okay. Adam, I'm in your hands. I trust you.
Right, is she over there? Now, spin around, kids. Now, actually, Adam, this is quite a hard one, so I'm going to give you a bit of a hand on this one. Now, you've got to get Ethel from over by the kitchen door there, right through, past me, right in here, to the dining room door.
Yes.
And I want you to get her just outside the door, OK?
Yes,
Right,
Mia.
so I'm going to give you about 45 seconds to do it, and I'll give you a bit of a hand as well. Yeah?
Afterwards, could I speak to Ethel quickly?
Well, I tell you what you'll have to do
I'm
is you...
talking passing to you.
Absolutely. She'll give you a quick hello as she goes past.
I want to ask her a few odd questions.
OK, right. Well, ask them to me and I'll ask them to her as we're doing it. Right, OK, so here we go then. You've got about 30 seconds to
see
do
her?
it, so it's a hard one.
Forward.
Can you see her?
Forward.
Go! Forward, Ethel!
Okay, into the yard, is it?
No, it's this way, Ethel.
Where am I heading?
Forward.
Forward, Ethel.
Forward.
Forward, Ethel. Forward. And as you go and pass, say hello to Adam.
Hello, Adam.
Hello.
Forward, Ethel.
Hang on, I don't want to hit anything.
No.
Is anybody there?
No.
Keep going.
Right.
Keep going.
Okay.
Forward. Stop. Left.
Oh.
Left, Ethel. That's the yellow welly.
Forward.
Forward, Ethel. Quick.
Keep
Got about 5 seconds left, Adam. Push the door open. Quick. Hey, she's out there. Hey, yeah.
Can you ask a question?
Quick one.
On the 4th of May, may I come in? It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
And you're going to send me a map and everything.
Right.
And Neil,
Yeah.
can I quickly speak to Ethel now?
What's happening, Neil?
Give her a quick shout. Say hello, Ethel. And I'll...
Ethel!
Yeah.
Hi, Adam.
She heard it. Thanks a lot, Adam. Thanks for your call, mate.
bye.
Well done. Ta-ra now.
Where are we?
I thought we weren't going to get her there, then. Hello, who's calling?
Rebecca.
Hello, Rebecca. Where are you from?
York.
From York.
Who is it, Neil?
Okay, just hang on. I'll speak to Ethel. Hang on, Ethel. It's Rebecca from York.
Hello, Rebecca York.
Okay, Rebecca. Can you see Ethel?
Yes.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get her from outside the door there to the bottom of the stairs. Now, this is really an easy one, so 30 seconds. I'm only going to give you 30 seconds to do this one, Rebecca. You ready? 30 seconds from now.
Forward.
Forward, Ethel.
Can you see me, Rebecca?
Stop.
Hi.
Stop. Forward, Ethel.
Carry on.
Forward.
Carry on.
Turn, Ethel.
Forward.
Forward a bit. Forward a bit. Stop.
Forward.
Right.
Turn.
Ethel. Stop.
Forward.
Where to now, Rebecca?
Forward.
Forward.
Get
Forward,
it right,
Ethel.
Rebecca.
Forward. She must be pointing in the right direction now. Just keep going, Ethel.
Right.
5 seconds.
Forward.
Right.
Hey.
She's there. Hey, well done, Rebecca. You've got her there. Are you there, Ethel?
First to the post.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Rebecca.
Thanks a lot, Rebecca. Well done. See you again. Ta-ra. Cool, I thought we weren't going to get her there then. Hello? Ethel, telly time.
How can I watch the telly like this? Kids?
Great. OK, Keith from Bedford. Brilliant. You've got Ethel into the loo. Cheers. Ta-ra now. Ethel in the loo. The baby. Arnold.
Okay, I'm in the loo.
Ethel, come out of the loo.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't realise there's anybody in here.
Take 5
It's
paces
all right,
forward
I can't
and
see
come out
anything.
of
If you
the
could
loo.
just direct me out
to
of
the top of the
I'm
stairs,
terribly
Ethel.
sorry. What's
And take your blindfold off and come down the stairs. Hello, who's that?
Simon.
Hello, Simon. Where are you from, mate?
I'm Linton near Cambridge.
Right, OK, Simon. Well, listen, we've got Ethel down at the bottom of the stairs, so what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get her into the lounge door. Now, the lounge door's the one Simon's standing at, so get Ethel in through that door and just inside the door and get her to stop. Can you see her? Can you see Ethel now?
Yes.
Great. OK, Ethel.
Who is it?
It's Simon.
Hello, Simon.
Right, OK, Simon. Nice, clear instructions. 30 seconds to get her in there, starting from around about now.
Forward.
Forward, Ethel.
Right.
That's right. Run this way a bit. Left a bit.
Left a bit, Ethel.
Okay.
Forward, Ethel.
Go for it, Simon.
Left a bit.
Left a bit. Stop.
Forward.
Forward a bit.
Simon, how are you? Nice to meet you. Sorry, what?
Come on, Simon, about 15 seconds. Forward, Ethel.
What's that?
Forward. She's there. Push the door open, Ethel, and go inside. Hey, well done.
Hey, the bedroom.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Simon. Amazing. You've obviously played this game before.
Oh, it's the lounge.
Well done, mate. Thanks a lot for calling.
Thank you, Simon.
Can I ask Ethel a question?
Yeah, ask Ethel a quick question.
I'm listening.
How do you put up with all the children?
How'd you put up with all the children, Ethel?
I can't answer you at the moment because they're standing here. I'll have to drop you a line.
Right, the secret is, Simon, she's got me here to look after them. See you again, mate. Thanks for calling. Ta-da. You're all right, Ethel?
I'm all right.
Exhausting work, this. Hello, who's that? Hello, Samantha. Where are you from?
North Berwick.
Right, now what you know the game. What we're going to try and do is we're going to get Ethel to go over to the table and pick up, there's a mug on there with 73 on. It's a tea mug or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to get her to pick that up, come back to the door and back out into the hall.
Who is it, Neil?
Okay, hang on, Ethel, it's Samantha.
Hi, Samantha.
Are you ready?
Hello.
Can you see Ethel, Samantha?
Yeah.
Great, okay, you've got about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, starting from now.
Forward.
Forward, Ethel.
That's right. Left. Right.
Right,
What?
Ethel. Right, Ethel.
Left.
Left, Ethel.
Left.
Left, Ethel.
Right.
Right, Ethel.
Left.
Left, Ethel.
What?
Left.
Will you get it right, Samantha, for goodness sake? Now then. Okay.
Left, Ethel. No, to the right, Ethel. Right. Is she on her way?
Forward.
Forward, Ethel. Come on, Samantha.
Keep going. Forward.
Keep going.
Pick up the mug.
Ow!
Pick up the mug, Ethel.
That's my rugby knee.
Forward.
Pick up the mug and turn round and
Backwards.
go for the door.
Backwards.
Backwards. Well done. Backwards, Ethel. Straight through the door. No messing.
Open the door.
Ow! Open the door, Ethel.
Right.
Open the door. Right.
I have to go backwards.
Right, Ethel.
Backwards.
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 And into the hole. Brilliant. Samantha, she's there. Well done. Samantha, I love your technique. Backwards. Brilliant. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
That was a good one, Ethel.
I've injured myself in the cause of this.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, it's Ian McIntosh.
Hello, Ian. Where are you from?
Edinburgh.
It had to be with an accent like that, didn't it? All right, mate, are you ready to play the game?
Yeah.
Right, now we've got Ethel out into the hall. Now you can see that door that's opposite her there. What we're going to do is we're going to get her through that door and back into here where I'm standing. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do it, so quite easy, but I'll give you a hand if you need it. Anyway, you've got about 30 seconds, clear instructions. This one's Ian, Ethel!
Hi, Ian!
Starting from now, Ian.
Right.
Right,
Forward.
Ethel.
What?
Forward, Ethel.
Open the door.
Open the door, Ethel.
Where is it?
Forward.
Forward, Ethel.
Okay, is there anything in the way?
Forward, Ethel. She's
Turn
in
right.
here. Turn right. Turn
Anything
right.
in the way, Ian?
No.
No.
Forward.
Forward. Forward, Ethel. Forward. Keep going forward.
I'm scared.
Brilliant.
Hey! Oh.
Ian, absolutely brilliant, mate.
Ta-da!
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. You got her here. Thanks for your call.
Right.
Cheers. See you again, mate.
Right.
Ta-ra now.
Good one.
That is great.
Good
you
idea.
go around the house, you can't see how dirty it is.
Yeah, all right, all
It's
right.
terrific. It's great. Kids, do us a favour, will you?
Ethel,
Yeah.
that'll be another one of your men friends.
You make it sound like there's been men parading up and down here all day. There has not.
Ethel, there's been men here all day. There was
Just a second.
There were 15 massive rugby players.
There were.
Yeah, well,
there was
15
Colin
rugby players.
Daly.
Yeah, there was the large chunky copper.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
there was
large,
a large
chunky copper.
There
was-
And then there was Nik Kershaw, pop
Yeah, well,
idol.
no, he just
Yeah.
popped in for the...
Also,
the,
Fred's little efforts.
Thank you
yes,
very
yes,
much. And now Alvin Stardust is outside thinking that he's Buddy Holly.
Yeah, no, look, kids, do me a favour. Run down and talk Nik Kershaw. I'll get the name right in a minute. Talk Nik Kershaw into doing the sandwich quiz for me. Be charming. Be charming. Not too loud. That sounds nice and charming. Fred? Emil? Go and get the papers for me. Excuse me. Right. Now then. Alvin!
Hello.
How are you? Okay.
I'm looking for Tina, is she?
Tina?
Yes.
Yeah, no, the thing is, she's gone home, Alvin. I'm awfully sorry, but you can talk to me.
Well, I particularly want to ask some questions about... I've got some ponies, you see.
Yes.
She knows about horses.
I know everything about horses. There's nothing... Sit yourself down.
Seriously,
Yes.
I mean, it's
No.
quite serious.
Go on, ask me anything
Well,
you like.
this Shetland pony I've got, it's got
Yeah.
a seedy toe, and I didn't
Yeah.
know whether to put a shoe on the front to help out while the weather's all the spring grass and everything. I didn't
Would
want...
you like some squash at all, Alvin?
Yes.
I'm
but
sorry,
what
I'm sorry,
about
I
the
don't-
pony?
I lied.
Oh, we got...
I
you don't
lied,
know?
I don't know. But how long have you been interested in horses?
Long time.
Yeah? Have you got your own then? How many?
4 and 2 on the way today.
You ride them all at the same time, do you?
No, 2 are Shetland ponies, and that's a bit too small for me.
Oh,
In fact,
how
when I left
lovely.
this morning, one
Yeah.
of them was laying on the floor looking sorry for itself. I think the baby might be there now.
Do they foal on their own, or do you have to have a vet there when with them?
Well, normally they just live out and fall on their own, yeah.
Oh, isn't that
Fantastic.
lovely?
I mean, the baby's about this big. I'm really
Have you
looking
been
forward-
riding all your life, or is that
About
something...
18 months, that's all.
So you did
But
get...
until then, I was frightened to death of horses. I just thought they were terrible things that kicked and...
What made you start then?
I was bored one weekend. I had nothing to do. And I sneaked off and just took a lesson.
Now listen, speaking of sneaking off, I've done a bit of sneaking, and I've got a sneak preview here of your new book, which is called Tales from the Saddle, compiled by Alvin Stardust. Can you tell me something about that?
Well, it's for the Save the Children fund, really. I've been to a few of their do's and eaten all their cakes and drunk all their tea.
Very nice, yes.
I never really put any money their way, so I thought, well, I really ought to try and make an effort to put some money there. So I thought of ringing a few friends and getting some stories together. So I rang Paul McCartney and Linda and got one from them, and then I rang the White House.
Good heavens, did you get a reply?
Yeah, oh yeah, they were going to give me... Well, in fact, they've given me a story, but it was too late to go in the book. But I got one from Margaret Thatcher, and I did all the horsey people.
And of course, the forward is by Her Royal Highness the Princess Anne.
I wrote to Princess Anne, thinking, you know, I've got to be cheeky.
Well, of course, she's involved with Save the Children Fund, isn't she?
She's the president, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And I wanted some pictures, so I actually rang Norman Thelwell.
Oh, well, he's famous for his chubby ponies and his fat little kids and things.
Given us cartoons.
Oh,
so it's a
terrific. So when is the book going to be available?
And that's... I don't know who that is.
That's very nice, very nice.
Yes,
is that how you ride?
Something like that,
Yeah, is it guitar flung over your shoulder?
Yeah, that's the one. June the 4th, we're having a tea party to launch it, a children's tea party.
Oh, isn't that smashing?
Yeah.
Now, listen, I heard a story, which you can tell me whether it's true or not, about your new video. Now, I don't know if many of you have seen the new video. Has it been out long?
No, it's last Friday the record came out.
Because it is terrific. The song is called
I Feel Like Buddy Holly.
I Feel Like Buddy Holly. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it's a great video in which Alvin is recalling his memories up in the attic of his old home. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. And there's a little boy who plays you.
Yeah.
With a little girl, and that's what you're remembering. Now, what's the story about the little boy?
Well, I was at to Save the Children do, and this kid came up to me, and he said, I'd like to work with you. So I said, oh yeah, great. And he said, could I be in your next video? So I said, yeah, okay. We hadn't decided what we were going to do at that point.
And
he said, seriously? I said, yeah.
That's
so give me a phone number. So I rang him, and he did it. I just thought he had the bottle to say and go for it.
You get somewhere, you're a bit of a hustler. Listen,
absolutely.
Are you hungry?
I'm thirsty. I haven't had a drink of this yet.
Well, have a drink of that, and then pop in the kitchen with me, because it's time to make a few sandwiches. Sandwich quiz, everybody! Let's go! Just pull that over there, would you, Alvin? That would be kind.
Hi, Alvin.
Okay, here we go. Nick. Okay, are you ready, everybody? Okay. So, the daring, dazzling, death-defyingly dull, devastatingly dangerous, delectable, delicatessen-able, divinely decadent sandwich quiz. Okay, mind your backs, because there we go. Okay, plates and knives. We're going to go for our first question. And can I have your name, please?
It's Albert.
Albert. Okay, welcome along, Albert. That's one less point to you. And can I have your name, please?
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Say pass.
Pass.
Okay, pass. Albert playing pass. Okay, now what we're going to do, grab your knives there. There's one on a little magnetic thing for you. Really clever, all this high-tech we've got here. Let's hope I can remember the rules. Now then, I'm going to ask you a question. Either of you can answer. If you think you know the answer, bang the hilt of your knife on the top there and give me the answer. You get the question right, you get a piece of bread and butter, and we move on from there. Okay, are you ready? Albert and pass, here we go. Sandwiches were invented by a famous earl. He was the Earl of... Yes, Albert.
Sandwich.
Absolutely right. You're going to have to be quicker there, pass, if we're going to get in. Now then, there's your first bread and butter sandwich. That's around to you. Now what you get to do is you get to choose a filling here, and you can either have savoury, a little bit of egg mayonnaise there, or sweet, a little bit of jam, or very strange. I'm not quite sure what that is. Some kind of nut effect, I think we've probably got there. So what kind of filling are you going to go for?
I'll have not to match my personality.
Okay, there's your pieces of bread. Don't make the filling until you've answered the question. Here's our extremely strange object. I don't know what they think. It's a bit of a horse or something there. Okay, here's your question. Only Albert can answer. Okay. Which country... No, don't go away now, pass. It'd be very distressing for us all.
He's always like that.
Is he? Okay. Which country has a nut named after it?
Cuba. Britain, not Australia.
No helping from the audience. Which country is a South American sort of a country? No helping. Manchester
Brazil.
nut.
Brazil.
Yay! Absolutely correct. And so you get to make your sandwich there. You're calling it a fix, are you? Okay, well, let's give you a chance to catch up.
Come on, Nick.
Here's a bread and butter question. Be very quick making your sandwich, because if it's not finished by the time I ask the next question, you won't get it. Okay, that's 2 rounds to you, no rounds to you, pass. So, open question. Either of you can answer. I hope you're playing this at home. Do you water a garden with a watering can or a watering cannot? Yes.
Watering can.
Absolutely correct. Showing immense verbal little dexterity there. So there's your bread and butter sandwich. Just pop that together on your plate. What kind of a filling are you going to go for? Savoury, sweet, or very strange?
Sweet.
OK, we're going for a sweet filling. We've got a little bit of syrup here. Now then, here's your question. I'm afraid this one's just for pass. Can you finish this quotation? The time has come, the war has said, to talk of many things.
No, I can't.
Absolutely right. Absolutely correct. You can't finish the quotation, so we're doing very well there. That's his fair. Quickly making it now because I'm going to ask the next question. OK, open question. Either of you can answer. If bread goes into a bread bin, what sort of bin does dust go into?
Socket.
Yes, you can sock into the dust, could you? Do you think we should take to it? OK, no, there's just an ordinary bread and butter section there because we're going to move on now to current affairs. So this is your chance to catch up. I hope you've been reading your newspapers. It's 3-2. Thank you very much. OK, here we go, our little current affairs box with our current questions. Now then, really a little bit of hush here. They're all checking their papers in the audience. What sport started officially this week?
He's reading your card.
Oh!
I saw him looking there.
I can hardly believe it. We're changed.
An official protest there.
Now just stand over here like this. Now come on, pals. No cheating. Okay.
Cricket.
Yeah, no, that was it. He was cheating, and that was the answer. I'm not going to give the question now, young. They're told to take that vote. Here we go. Which girl is having a lot of trouble getting a ticket to Los Angeles? Yes.
Plymouth Argyle.
Don't think Plymouth Argyle quite rates as a girl, actually. Anybody else got the answer? What girl? What's happening in Los Angeles? The Olympics is happening in Los Angeles. Yes, a little bit of trouble with the English language here. What are we saying?
South African.
South African?
No
yes,
shoes.
what's her name? No shoes.
Zolabad.
Absolutely correct. So that's one for you, and you get a few currents there because we're doing current affairs. Now, that's a two-part question. If anybody in the audience can find me a photograph of Zolabad, then Pass can have another sample. Go for it.
Is that Zolabad?
Oh, picture here of Zolabad. Brilliantly done. That's a sandwich to you. I'm sorry he beat you there. Actually had a picture of Zolabad in his pocket. I don't know how that's come about. OK, right. Open question. Either of you can answer. Put it on there, otherwise you're never going to get it to count. Will you stop doing that, Albert? Now then, 3. How many have you got?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4-3. Come on, you're going to have to hurry up now, Paz. What kind of bag, either of you can answer, what kind of bag has been in the news this week? A shopping bag, a laundry bag, or a diplomatic bag? Yes.
An old bag.
An old bag. Who was it?
A diplomatic bag.
Diplomatic bag. Absolutely correct. That's another sandwich to you. It's a current affairs. That makes it 5-3. And I'm very sorry, Pass, I have to tell you this. But it's not too late for you, because as Albert moves on to fast food, we've got an opportunity for you to stop him winning the big prize. Now, I've got here the little pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. As you can see, we've got tomato and ham and things. What I want you to do is put together the perfect sandwich before I ask Albert all his fast food questions. OK, now, Albert, you're going to have to go as quick as you can here.
Very nice.
They're quite nice, aren't they? Beating them later on. OK, what I want you to do is name the kind of fruit I'm describing. It's large, it's usually yellow, it has a skin that looks like acne. It's got like a big orange, bigger than an orange, it's citrus.
Pamplemousse?
No, it's bigger than a citrus, it's...
Pomegranate?
No, it's a sort of, it's sort of, you have it in the
Pineapple.
morning. No,
Grapefruit.
you have a grapefruit, absolutely right. OK, so next one.
Prickles,
It's a kind of sauce, it's a Chinese sauce. It's
soya sauce.
Soya sauce, absolutely right. It's a kind of food that comes in various shapes and sizes. They can be crinkly and you crunch them and you drink them. You have them with beer. You might have them in the pub. They come in a packet. Absolutely right. OK, last one. Let's see if I get this one right. It's a very cool food. It's a dessert. It's often in multicolours. Yes, ice cream. OK, that's it. I'm very sorry, Bart, but you did brilliantly. We've got the ham here and we've got the tomato. That's very close indeed.
You can have a slice of it.
But Albert did pip you at the post, and that makes Albert this week's sandwich quiz winner. Okay, don't think we've left you out. There's your consolation prize. Worth almost as much, but not quite. Okay, ready? That was the daring dazzling, death-defyingly dull, devastatingly dangerous, delectable, delicatesnable, divinely decadent sandwich quiz. Right, dear. Now you've got a bit of work to do for us, and we're all going to go and boogie with the band. Go for it, make one for it.
By the great white with my hands just to see your pretty face. Ask me and I might serenade.